If you complete all of your lessons as a human, then you don't have to come back to Earth. But if you don't complete your lessons as a human, then you just have to like come back as like a different life. For me, like as Twigs, so I'll have like these lessons, I don't know what they are yet. And I have to figure out what my lesson is. And if I don't, I just have to come back as Bob. Home with You is about that battle of like wanting to be there for somebody, but also struggling to be there for yourself at the same time. The song was pretty much done in one take, you know? So I just started like making all these sounds, being like, yeet. It was really liberating actually. It's kind of like using my voice more kind of in a rhythmic sort of way. And then we did this like really long jam. Afterwards, I just like sat down in Ableton and I just started like getting all of the bits and like putting this there and then putting this there and then putting this there. It was like very, very raw to begin with. And then over the next coming months, I sort of went in and perfected the effects and just sort of like made it a little bit more complete. I'm so wired for it, seen it, tried it. It's like your body's exhausted and like mentally you're exhausted, but your brain is just like, when I feel like anxious or when I feel like my mind is busy, I just like put something on the TV, anything from like Love Island to like some David Attenborough, like Deep Sea, you know, like something that you can just like almost like watch and just like zone out and then I just stretch for hours and hours and hours and then I feel better. I'd die for you on my terms when I get my lessons learned. Apples, cherries, pain, breathe in, breathe out, pain. No, Novocaine, still maintain my grace. How come? For me, like, kind of being goofy and making light of things are quite serious, a way of me like processing trauma. A couple years ago, like, I had like a lot of health issues. I had fibroid tumors. So like I would call my tumors my fruit bowl of pain. And I'd be like, okay, so I've got like 3 cooking apples, 4 strawberries. But at the same time, I'm very like cautious what I put in my body. Like I don't want to put like painkillers in, or after I had my operation, like I was on a lot of morphine and I just wanted to come off it straight away. They gave me all these like painkillers and stuff. And I just went like, from when I left the hospital, I just went like nothing, do you know what I mean? It's like, just dealt with it. So I'm saying like I still maintain my grace, do you know what I mean? I was still like present and yeah, I just felt like present in my body. The more you have, the more that people want from you. I guess it's almost quite like hip hop, do you know what I mean? Like more money, more assets, more problems, more you have to lose, you know? Everybody wants something off you, even if it's just kind of like the association. So if you're going through a hard time, just like tiring. More you burn away, the more that people earn from you. More you pull away, the more that they depend on you. That human sort of condition, like when something's not there, the more that people want it. So it's like, well, you know, I never heard from you before, but like now I'm on tour and I'm busy, all of a sudden you want to like talk every day? I've been in Hackney for 3 years. You literally never hit me up. And now I'm like away trying to like get my life. All of a sudden it's like, hey, like you never hit me back anymore, superstar. And you're like, no, we never used to talk anyway. I never seen a hero like me in a sci-fi. So I wonder if you need to remember me. Not just superheroes, but also just like in the world, there's very few examples of people that are in a position of power or visibility that I can identify to, who have a sense of like vulnerability and have a sense of not being perfect, but at the same time being perfectly them and that being accepted. For me as an artist, like my vulnerability is my key, and I've learned to find a lot of strength in that. I've learned to find a lot of that, like that's kind of my superpower. I wonder if you think that I should ever raise you up. I wonder if you think that I can ever help you fly. In my position of like struggling even just to keep myself afloat. I wonder why you think that I can help you right now, you know, because we're all sort of like in this position of like figuring stuff out. So it's just kind of like, yeah, I'll try. Never seen a hero like me in a sci-fi, but I'd save a life if I thought it belonged to you. Mary Magdalene would never let her loved ones down. Throughout history, there have been these like amazing women that have like given so much like emotional labor to somebody else. These people, like Mary Magdalene, have had such like a huge part in history, and they did it selflessly. I didn't know that you were lonely. If you'd have just told me, I'd be home with you. You know, all these times when we get in our head and we're thinking like, I need to do this, but I need to do this, I need to do this. If you just explain very simply, like in a sentence, how you feel, it just makes it easier for everyone to like say like, what can I do for you right now? Like, how can I be here for you right now? I didn't know that you were lonely. If you'd have just told me, I'd be running down the hills to you. It's impossible to know how anyone truly feels anymore because, you know, I speak to my friends on the phone and I think, oh wow, they're having such a hard time. And then I'll see them on Instagram and I'll be like, /crushing life. You know, like it's confusing because we kind of have this world now where we can exist and be so perfect and put a filter on everything and make everything seem like it's so perfect. But behind the scenes, you know, people are struggling. When I visualize, all I see is black. Ground me to the floor, just a little more. Get it onyx. Sometimes when I meditate, I'll lie on the floor and I'll put like stones on my hands like this. I personally don't try and like free my mind of thoughts or anything like that. I just let my brain sort of just go on a journey of things that make absolutely no sense until everything just starts like slowing down. I know I've been gone. You've been all alone. Stoking up the fire for me, set the place alight. You call me late at night and I'll be running home to you. That thing where like, you know, when you're coming home and you're like, oh, can you pop the kettle on? It's like that, like someone's at home, like ready for you to come back. Stoking up the fire for me, they get frustrated. Set the place alight, call me late at night, like get annoyed with me, get frustrated with me. If you get frustrated with me, I'll come home. They have to set the house on fire and I'll come home. I mean, I'm pretty goofy, which is so funny because people don't know that. My archetype would be like the jester or something. I'm always doing like silly voices and dancing and, you know, like acting stuff out.